Hello everyone. Happy evening to one and all present here. I'm Sandhya on behalf of MTT. Would like to start today's session with a small quote. The test of good teacher is not how many questions he can ask his pupils that they will answer readily, but how many questions he inspires them to ask which he finds it hard to answer by Alice Willington Rollins. Now, I would like to introduce my trusted school teachers and corporate trainers, academicians, and educational professionals. Our mission is to make quality education easily and affordably available to all. I'm very delighted to introduce our speaker of the day, Anchal Julka, on the topic Shifting Teaching Strategies to Project Based Learning. Our speaker, Anchal Julka, is a Master in Commerce from Punjab University and Bachelor of Education from Chitkara University. Online classes as an admission advisor for Akash Institute and taking webinars for standard of 6th to 8th. Before going to seminar, feedback form will be provided and it's mandatory to fill it for attendance and certificate. Now I hand over the session to Anchal ma'am. Over to you ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandhya. Hello, everyone.
Yes ma'am.
It's a nice evening. I hope you all are taking care of yourself during this situation. As we all are here to discuss about shifting teaching strategies from to project-based learning. So I'll share my screen with you. So it's a shifting teaching strategies to project-based learning. It's a small intro for me. I have done BCom, MCom from Punjab University, BEd from Chitkara University. I've done MA Economics and MA in History. I'm having 7 years of experience in teaching in schools of Faridabad and as well as Chandigarh. Currently, I'm working as a freelancer with Akash Institute as their admission advisor. And I'm also taking online classes pan India and overseas. And also, I'm conducting webinars as a speaker. You can connect with me over LinkedIn and as well as over WhatsApp. So, coming to our topic is PBL, that is project based learning. So let's discuss what is actually project based learning. You might all are here, the educators, all are the teachers. You must have heard about the project based learning. So what is it? Project based learning is basically a teaching method in which it is a child centered learning. Till now, what we are following is a teacher centered. Now it is a child centered learning where in which students they gain knowledge, they gain skills by working. They work for a limited period of a time. They gain knowledge by doing. It's a learning by doing. So in project based learning, teachers are make teachers make learning come alive for the student. You give them some task, they perform their task for a time period and they learn from that task. It can be any task, you can give it to them, any project you can give it to them. Students they work on a project over an extended period of a time. As I already told you, the extended period of time is totally dependent upon the teacher, how long she wants the student to work on a project. See, in our lower classes, the classes up to grade 10th, or if I'll talk about this till the school level, we give them the task up to a limited period of a time, right? You have 15 days or 20 days. But when you go to the colleges, they give the task, it is for a semester also. So it is totally up to the educator about the level of child you are having in your classroom. Why we give them this? We give them to engage them in solving a real world problem and answering complex questions which arises in their day-to-day life. So they used to demonstrate their skill, they demonstrate their knowledge by creating a public awareness. I have few examples of teaching based project based learning. The first example, I have just taken a small example which you as a teacher can take it at the school level. So you can give a student in, you can say in class 10th or in class plus 1 plus 2, you can give a student a task to design an app. These days coding is very popular among students. If you see, there is a white hat, camp K12, there are many websites which are coming up with the coding thing. So it is very famous in students. So you can give a task to your student that beta you have to design an app. So it will be something new for them to design an app. So they will design an app or a game, they will design it. So what they will be learning here, they will be learning the technology, they will learn about the technology, what technology they have been using, what problems are there in creating an app, how are they have to solve these problems, and they will love to engage it. As I remember, when we were in plus one and plus two, we have that coding language at that level. So now we are having it from sixth grade onward, right? So student will enjoy it. This thing. The next is the student farm. This is a very simple activity for the junior students, you can say. It is a farm. They have to create a farm. So what lesson they will learn from this? See, this farm activity will cover almost 6 to 7 topics of yours. Like science, it will also cover. It will cover social studies. It will cover your maths. It will cover your economics. So what they do, they will learn planting in this, right? So there are different types of crop: rabi crop and the kharif crop. So they will learn which crop they have to grow, how much is their budget, how much amount is required to plant seeds, how much amount is required to have their tools over there on the farm, the animals, how much they are going to spend for the animals. So we are teaching a student science, we are teaching them the social studies. How we are teaching them the social studies? Because when they were learning about the crops, they also should know about the geographical features of that specific crop which they want to grow, right? And they will learning about the maths they will be learning in the sense of a budget. They will add on something, they will subtract something in their farm. And economics, as they will be preparing the inflows and the outflows of their money. The next is, I have taken an example of design your country. You can give this task to your student during the holidays. You have a summer break, you usually have give them a 15 to 20 days time when you're teaching about the topic of a country. When you're teaching about their country, give them a task, beta, that you'll have to design your own country. Own country, how they have to design their own country. Tell them to have your own currency, own preamble, own national anthem, national song, national flag, national bird. Students, I must tell you, students will love it. I gave it to I. It's my personal experience. I gave it in my class to grade 6th, 7th. They actually enjoyed it. They've come up with so many ideas which even I can't think of. They will learn about the cultures as well as they will learn about the values. They will learn about the national symbols. They will learn about ample of things. It is not always necessary that you group a group activity. You can also give them an individual activity. Again, teachers, you are the teachers, you are the builder maker of this country, so you have to decide what activity you want to give it to your students. The next is, you can give them a task for planning. Plan a party. Like in plus 1 plus 2 we have a chapter in planning. In commerce we are having a something in on planning. So you can give them a task that you have to plan a party. Okay, so how you're going to plan a party, they are the quite senior, so you can give them in a any event. I have taken a party, it can be a birthday party or a Diwali party, Christmas party, Halloween party. Students are quite interested these days in Halloween, so you can give them a Halloween party. So what will they learn over there? They learn how they have to plan, how they have their planning will start. First there should be some rough layout, they have to execute it. That planning should be executed in the proper way. And what will be the outcome of this? So when they plan this party, they will be having first the reason why they are conducting the party. What can be the reason for this party? What can be the venue for the party? If they have decided to tell them, you have to fix up some theme. If it's a Halloween party, so you have to fix up the theme Halloween. What should be the time of your party? How many guests are going to come to your party? There are so many things, so they will come up so many ideas. It will help them to execute the things in a proper manner. You can also give them, the English teachers are there, so they can give them a task to the students to write a poem or to write a story. So what this write a poem and write a story will help them, this writing a poem or a story, it will help them to build up their vocabulary. They will come up so many words, they will have to find out the new words because they have to make a rhyming scheme over there. So to make a rhyming scheme, they will come up many words. It will help them to also learn the synonyms, antonyms, homophones. It will develop the critical thinking of a child. So next, if I'll discuss, the next will be my, why should we adopt this? What are the benefits of this project based learning? What are the actually benefits? See, teachers, according to me, I am also a teacher, so I feel in traditional teaching, we enter the classroom, we give a, it's a lecture method which we follow. We stand at the podium, we give a lecture, the students are listening, and sometimes there are backbenchers in the ratio of 40. Sometimes it happens can't concentrate on such a big lot of students, right? So what we need to do, this project based learning is very helpful for us to assess the child learning, whether they have learned or not. Try to make your class more interactive by giving them the projects. Don't give them for a long duration, at least give them for a 5 days, or you can give them the small projects for weekend projects. We have so many vacations over there: summer break, Diwali holidays, Christmas breaks, or winter breaks. So you can give them these projects over there, so they will come up with the learning. And please make it sure, while you're giving them this project, make them that they have to present it in their class. So when they will present, you will also come to know what student has actually learned. Is it a copy paste method, or actually they did it on their own? And others will also learn, because while teaching, the other students will also learn a lot from their peer group instead of a teacher. So the first benefit which I have taken over here is the scope of work. The first and the foremost reason why you should opt for the project based learning: it enables the educators, it enables the teacher and student as well to learn and adopt the structure which is around their project. Students, they learn the entire scope of the project, right? Rather than being a frog of that specific will, they will spread their wings and they will learn a lot about that project. If I have given a project to my class that beta that you have to design a country, तो वो designer country जो है, he will not stick to India only. He will also find it out that different type of countries are there, their cultures, their values. So what they will try to do, they will mix up the cultures. They will try to mix up the values. They will try to mix up the your national animal, national bird. So, and teachers, you as a teacher, please adopt to their knowledge. Whatever they are coming up, try to adapt it. Right? It will be helpful for you and as well as for the student also, because at least they have done some of the research work. He has utilized at least an hour, I'll tell, an hour on the research work. The next is the next one is real world problem simulation. When you give them a project, they will enter a real world. They will come up with the main things. If you give a this designer country, I've taken a one example again, the same example, designer country, or you will give them a summary that they'll have to do a project work on some terrorism, or some the rape cases are happening these days. So if you give them this project works, you what they will do, they will come up with the real world problems. They will do a lot of research. If you're conducting debates in your classroom, right, so they will come up so many things. I remember I gave a debate in my class, agriculture system in UK as well as in India. So what my class students did, they did research what type of agriculture system they are having in UK, and what type of agriculture agriculture work we are having in India. So they have a debate, which I was actually as a teacher unable to stop that debate in my class, because they have done so much research work related to that topic. So it will help them. They will focus the students to face the real world situation. They will come up so many things. They will learn while doing what they know and develop new learning around. And sometimes what will happen, they actually feel that I can do this thing also. जो बच्चे को मैंने डिबेट में अपनी क्लास when I have conducted a debate, the student, those who I used to feel they are quite shy, they are quite introvert, they actually participated in the debate too much, and they come up with so many ideas. So the student itself comes to know about this new hobby that I love. He can debate, right? So he can take part in declamations now, he can take part in debate writing and all. So they develop new hobbies, they develop new passions, and they actually develop new liking for their careers. The third one is the interpersonal skills of the student. The interpersonal skills are helping each other, be kind to each other. So the students will also develop these personal skills when they work in a group. When you give a group project, when they work together, they learn so many things. They start learning the how to help each other, how you have to behave with each other, the community behavior they will learn. They learn patience, they learn the tolerance, they learn kindness. So these all are the skills which they will learn. They'll also develop the confidence, the leadership quality. These all students used to learn. So the this relationship, these are formed during the collaboration, when you collaborate them for different projects. Like if you can give a project to the student of a compost pit, you'll divide your class into the two groups and they have to form a compost pit. Tell them to bring the peel of vegetables and fruits from their home, and try to, you as a teacher has to make some arrangement in a school so that the student can form a compost pit over there in the school, and it should be a group activity. So what the student will learn, they will learn about the unity among themselves. They learn the help to, they have to help among themselves, and try to make a leader for the group always. That whenever you're giving an activity to a group, try to form a leader for that group, that who has to coordinate with each and everything, who is going to bring what material, who is going to bring what material, and tell that person that he has to inform you. You are not going to ask the students again and again. That leader has to inform you who with what are they going to bring and why, what date they are going to complete the activity, and presenting it to you. So it will develop the leadership quality in a student. It will also morale their confidence. So not only do students learn how to better work in groups, but they also form the relationship with the community members. When you're working on some project, they will help the community members. The next one is the concept and creativity development. Whenever you're giving a project, this project-based learning whenever helps in concept and creativity development. So how it helps in concept and creativity development? Because students, before pursuing any project, before doing any project, they do a lot and a lot of research. If they are not doing any research, if they are not going through any website, so teachers, please, it is of no use. You don't have to work for them, let them work. Okay, if they, you just give them a time period which you are actually sure as a teacher that they will be able to complete it, and the student as sure that they will be completing this project in that specific this time span. So it will, they will go through many websites. Everything is available on Google these days, so they will go many websites, so they will learn about what concept it is, how creativity, how they are going to present it. So these situations are going to help a student. Like you have given a situation to your child, I'll say demonetization. Demonetization happened in 2016. So whether it is a uh, boosting effort, or it is a boon or a ban, so they are come with the so many ideas. First, so they will research about demonetization, कि demonetization था क्या, हुआ कैसे था, क्यों किया गया था. So यहाँ पर उसका एक concept clear होगा. Creativity क्या होगी? Because they have to think about the whether it is good for the nation or not good for the nation. So they will think. So इसमें बच्चे का mental creativity, critical thinking they will develop. So the next one is determines the actual knowledge. If I take the same example, so this will help the students to determine the actual knowledge. बच्चे को एक टॉपिक के बारे में कितनी नॉलेज है. कई बार क्या होता है, बच्चा कुछ सी, कोई बच्चा बहुत जो हमारी क्लास में अच्छा मैं कहूँ या उसे I say that there are each and every level of child in your class, right? So जो बच्चे हैं उनको पढ़ने का बहुत शौक होता है, न्यूज़पेपर राइटिंग का बहुत, न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग का बहुत शौक है, इंटरनेट सर्वर का बहुत शौक है उनको, तो वो पढ़ते रहते हैं कुछ ना कुछ इंटरनेट पे, कुछ ना कुछ वीडियोस देखते रहते हैं. तो ये उनकी एक्चुअल नॉलेज है जो वो गेन कर रहे हैं, जो आप उनको नहीं दे रहे, राइट? तो इससे क्या होता है, बच्चे की एक्चुअल नॉलेज, जब आप उसे कोई प्रोजेक्ट देते हो बच्चे को, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो अपनी एक्चुअल नॉलेज भी यूज करता है. तो आपको एज अ टीचर पता चलता है कि बच्चे को कितनी नॉलेज है उस स्पेसिफिक चीज के बारे में. ऐसा तो नहीं सिर्फ पढ़ता रहा और आप उसने आपको बता दिया, ऐसा तो नहीं उस आपने जो क्लास में बताया सिर्फ उसने वही आपको दे दिया, और he has a wide knowledge or not. So it is very beneficial for the teacher and as well as for the student. So it determines your project based learning determines the actual knowledge and experience of the students, and sometimes also of the teachers. Because when you are giving a project to a child, अब टीचर को कैसे हेल्प करेगा, टीचर को ऐसे हेल्प करेगा जब भी आप कोई प्रोजेक्ट दे रहे हो बच्चे को, राइट? इफ आई हैव गिवन अ प्रोजेक्ट ऑन demonetization only, even I as a teacher will go and find out the facts. What were the facts, what were the reasons for conducting that demonetization, right? So मेरी भी knowledge बढ़ेगी, मेरा भी experience increase होगा. So it will be helpful for both, as well as for the teacher and as well as for the student. The next one is the प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग कैसे आएगी बच्चे को, जब भी एज आई टोल्ड यू, इफ यू गिव अ ग्रुप एक्टिविटी टू अ चाइल्ड, आपने उसमें लीडर बना दिया कि दिस इज द लीडर ऑफ योर ग्रुप. व्हेन एवर देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम, the students will try to solve that problem among themselves, or they will try to take the help of their leader. So they are solving a problem among themselves. बच्चे को problem solve करने का confidence आएगा. They are quite small, so they will have the confidence कि कोई भी problem अगर arise हो जाती है तो मुझे वो problem कैसे solve करनी है. प्रॉब्लम मुझे अगर सॉल्व करनी है तो मुझे टाइमली सॉल्व करनी है, इफेक्टिवली उसको सॉल्व करना है. मेरा फेलियर नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर मेरा फेलियर हुआ है तो मुझे उस फेलियर से कैसे स्टैंड बाय करना है, कैसे सब कुछ मुझे कम अप करना है, उससे फिर से स्टार्ट करना है, एवरीथिंग. इट विल बी वेरी helpful for them. The next one is the technology incursion. These days technology, we are having n number of gadgets, n I mean n number of gadgets you have, n number of websites you have. So whenever you are giving a project to a child, it will also help them to include their technology in that. क्योंकि जब हम एक प्रोजेक्ट देते हैं, बच्चा घर जाएगा, गूगल करेगा, उसको पढ़ेगा, उसको देखेगा उसमें क्या क्या टेक्नोलॉजी उसको चाहिए. कभी उसको जीपीएस चाहिए, उसको व्हाइट बोर्ड चाहिए, उसको क्या क्या गैजेट्स चाहिए, camera chahiye. This will be helpful for the seniors, okay, when they have to, like at the I say at +1 +2 or at the your this thing college level, it is very helpful for that, because at that level they are very well equipped with the gadgets and everything. So they'll come up with the new gadgets, they'll come up with the new things. And at the small level up to grade 10th, if I'll say, what they will do, they will only google it out ki what all this is required. So they will be learning new things on Google. They will be learning LED whiteboards you have. So they will be using those things in their technology. So it is very helpful for the student कि they include their technology in their learning in the right way. They are using it in the right way. So whatever project your students are selecting, it is according to their interest, and they will involve internet, and they will also involve the computers in their learning, and they will, as well as they will involve the interactive whiteboards. They will involve GPS devices and as well as their cameras. If you remember, you guys must have seen the Three Idiots. There was a student in Three Idiots who framed a camera who can view the whole who died in the movie. So that is what it is included in technology. It was a project which is given to him, and he came up something new which was not accepted to the dean. So teachers, please accept what your students are doing. They are coming with the new ideas. The more you are going to motivate them, the more they will learn. If you demotivate them, they will not learn. You are actually putting down their confidence. Try to raise their confidence. The next one is the tracking of the progress. It is quite a contradictory benefit, but I, as a teacher, I must like the tracking of a progress will be easy in a project-based learning. क्योंकि if I go to the traditional method of teaching, में क्या होता है, आप क्लास में जाते हो, आप पढ़ाते हो, आपने बोर्ड पे लिखा, दो चार बच्चों ने आपसे क्वेश्चंस पूछे, आपने उसको आंसर करा, या आपने बच्चों से क्वेश्चन पूछे, बच्चे ने आपको आंसर करा, राइट. बट आपको उसमें एक्चुअल जो लर्निंग हुई बच्चे की, वो आपको पता ही नहीं चली. तो प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग में क्या है, टीचर और बच्चे की जो लर्निंग है, जो प्रोग्रेस है, बेसिकली स्टूडेंट्स की प्रोग्रेस है, वो कैसे आपको पता चलेगी, जो एक्टिविटीज करेगा. जब वो कोई एक्टिविटी करेगा तो आपको पता चलेगा, हाँ इसको इतनी बात समझ आई है या नहीं है, या मुझे इसमें और एफर्ट्स डालने की जरूरत है. और सी, टीचर की जो प्रोग्रेस है वो ट्रैक करती है मैनेजमेंट. अल्टीमेटली मैनेजमेंट इज गोइंग टू ट्रैक द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ अ टीचर. So how they are going to track your progress if students are doing well in their activities. So try, it is very helpful for you to track the progress of your students. अगर कोई भी पॉइंट पे आपको लगता है कि बच्चे को ये चीज समझ नहीं आई है, so you can explain that thing to the student. So in a traditional classroom based learning, it is missing, or I say it is non-existing mechanism structure in the teacher traditional classroom based learning. So I actually conclude this strategy PBL system of teaching. See, giving a project to students is better according to me, rather than making them sit in the class and speaking it all out for them. वो क्लास में बैठे या क्लास में गए और आप 40 मिनट सिर्फ बोल रहे हो, इट इज ऑफ नो यूज. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प देम आउट एनीवे. उसमें से कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होंगे जो आपको सुनेंगे, कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होंगे दे लीस्ट बॉदर्ड, कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होंगे चलो अपने फ्रेंड से पूछ लेंगे मैम ने क्या बताया था. So it is very helpful for the students. It makes the children, they will to go out on their own, they learn on their own. It gives them a better understanding of the topic. अगर आप बच्चे को, छोटे बच्चा है जैसे थर्ड या फोर्थ क्लास का से, आप उसको लीव्स पढ़ा रहे हो, तो टेक देम आउट ऑफ द गार्डन, उसको लीव्स दिखाओ, या उसको एक प्रोजेक्ट दैट यू हैव टू कलेक्ट डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ leaves and paste it in a scrapbook or some thumb piece of thermocol, either it's your way. तो उससे क्या होगा, बच्चे को पता चलेगा कि मैंने क्या पढ़ा लीव्स के बारे में, कितनी तरह की लीव्स होती हैं, और मुझे क्या क्या आता है, लीव्स में आपके पार्ट्स होते हैं, तो एवरीथिंग इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर द स्टूडेंट. They will learn to take up an initiative on their own and know more of their chosen topics. अगर आप बच्चों से डिस्कस करोगे that I am planning for an activity for you, so teachers, I must say, they will come up with so many ideas of their interest, जहाँ पर उनको मजा आएगा वो एक्टिविटी करने में. Simple, for you can go for the debate, you can go for the declaration, you can go for the uh, project based, either way, right? So gaining knowledge, it will be fun for the student, it will be interesting for the student, because they're learning by doing, and learning by doing is always a fun for for the students, and they will learn by engaging themselves in the actual world, in the real world. You can conduct you can give them this project based on survey, do a survey that how many private hospitals or how many government hospitals are there and how many people are using those hospitals. So you can give them this type of surveys. You have to do a survey and how many people are using private hospital, how many people are using public hospitals, right? So it will be very helpful, they will love it. You give them the, nowadays in Chinese products, right? To give them this thing, you have to do a survey, or how many people are using Chinese app. Give them a different type of app, these are the apps. Indian and Chinese makes the apps, and tell them, do a survey, how many people are using Chinese app, how many people are using Indian based apps. So it will be interesting for the student, they will come up with many new things, and you as a teacher, you need to adapt all these things. Thank you all, thank you Sandhya.